We are under a month away from Halloween and Party Expo 2022. What can we expect to see there? What do we already know? Let's break it down. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and ladies and gentlemen, at the time of filming this video, we are just 3 days away from Christmas. But haunters like myself are turning our attention away from Christmas and towards next month and looking towards the Halloween and Party Expo. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Halloween and Party Expo is, it is basically a convention where various different Halloween vendors come together to showcase what spooky things they'll have for the 2022 season, or whatever season is coming next, which in this case, it is going to be 2022. Now, there's multiple things we can expect to see during this Halloween and Party Expo, including, most importantly, Morris Costumes showing off their 2022 lineup, but there are a lot of other things that we can expect and a lot of other things that will be shown to us during this event, and I just wanted to do a video breaking down an overview of everything that we know already about the Expo and the things that we could possibly be surprised to see at this upcoming event. So, without further ado, let's break down what we already know and what we could possibly see at Halloween and Party Expo 2022. So the Halloween and Party Expo will be taking place January 11th to the 13th, 2022 for this upcoming season, just under a month away. Actually, if you want the exact count, they have one on the HPE website, and it reads 19 days, 18 hours, and 34 minutes at the time of filming. So again, we are just under a month away from this event. This year, the Halloween and Party Expo will be taking place in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Mirage Hotel, which is a very fancy hotel. You can go to the Mirage website and take a look at what they have done and what it kind of looks like. Now, I'll be showing some photos on the screen as I'm talking about what the ballroom looks like. This is where the Party Expo will be taking place. As you can see, the ballroom in the Mirage is absolutely huge. I really want to see how HPE will fit in there, if there'll be any extra space, or if it'll fit perfectly. It does look like a gigantic amount of space, so I would not be surprised if HPE takes up more space, or takes up less space than what the Mirage actually has, because it's a very big space, the ballroom, and I'm going to be interested to see how HPE fits in there. This event has a lot of different vendors attending, and I'm not going to read you every single vendor because the list is gigantic, and you can take a look at it for yourself, but I will show some of it on the screen as I'm talking here. Some of the highlights, and this is just a few of them, are Morris Costumes. Obviously, Morris Costumes is always the biggest vendor that we see at Halloween and Party Expo. It's always the thing that the haunters like myself most look forward to, because Morris releases or shows off their whole 2022, or their whole upcoming lineup, I should say, at the Party Expo. And this year, they'll be showing off all of their 2022 animatronics in under a month, January 11th to the 13th. They will once again being a vendor at this event. Some other big companies that you can expect to see at the Party Expo this year are Zagone Studios, which is another company that does a lot of really cool masks and arms and stuff like that. They always reveal some really cool stuff for us at the Expo, and they are attending once again, so you're going to get a glimpse at their 2022 items in just under a month. Sunstar Incorporated will also be there again. They do a lot of hanging props, stuff like that. Zagone Studios will once again be a vendor at the Party Expo. Again, similar to Zagone Studios, they do very high quality masks. They do some really cool stuff with, again, like arm coverings and stuff. They do some awesome merchandise. I'm really excited to see what they reveal for us. Overall, there's a lot of really cool vendors once again attending the Party Expo this year. Like I said, the list is gigantic, and as you can see from the picture of the ballroom that I was showing, you can really fit a lot of different vendors in that space because of how big the ballroom is. So there's a lot of different people. Another company I'm just seeing right now as I'm looking at the list is Lord Grimley Manor. They're going to be attending. There's definitely a lot of stuff. Halloween Costume Association. There's a ton, very big lineup this year for the vendors that will be attending, and you actually can get a look at the layout of the floor plan as well, that you can see where all the companies will be. If you will be attending in person, you can see where it'll all be and how it'll be laid out in the ballroom at the Mirage. Overall, this is a really nice lineup for what is confirmed to be there for the vendors. Obviously, Morris Costumes is the biggest deal thing that we're going to be seeing at the HPE 2022 this year, because they're going to be revealing all their 2022 animatronics, but there are definitely some other things that we can discuss and some other things that we know about, so let's talk about that. So another thing that I wanted to talk about, because I know it's on a lot of haunters' minds right now, and that is, when will we get our first quote-unquote leaks of the Halloween and Party Expo, and when can we expect to see that? Now, in recent years, you probably remember that we've gotten leaked videos and photos inside of the ballrooms or wherever the Party Expo was taking place. There'd be like a video of the booth setting up, and we would get, I know Morris Costumes is kind of the main culprit for this because it was always the things that we would see first, where a video of Morris Costumes assembling their booth would leak out. When can we expect to see that this year? Now the Halloween and Party Expo will be returning to an in-person event. Last year it was online, it was virtual. They didn't actually set up in a real hotel or ballroom. This year, again, it'll be in the Mirage, so it's going to be in person again. It will be something that can get leaked. Now, in the past, when we have seen videos and images leak out from different booths setting up, it had normally been a couple days before the event actually opens. Now, once again, the first day of HPE 2022 this year is January 11th, and it is running through January 13th. I would expect to see our first, again, quote-unquote, leaks around January 9th, maybe January 8th. The booth set up a couple days in advance because they are pretty complicated. Morris Costumes, again, I'm just talking about them because they're normally the ones that get leaked out. Morris Costumes normally has a pretty complicated booth featuring many different animatronics that they have from the upcoming season. So they'll have a booth with many 2022 animatronics set up. Normally it's pretty complicated what they do. Normally they have a big banner that says Morris Costumes. They have a lot of lights normally. Again, the animatronics are normally like set up around each other. I would expect they're going to be setting up in the Mirage probably around January 9th, which is probably when we'll probably get a first leak because there's so many vendors and so many people who are going to be in the ballroom. People know that us haunters are really wanting to see the leaks and really wanting to see it in advance. So I would expect anywhere from January 8th to January 9th that we would get our first leaks of the Halloween and Party Expo 2022 season before the event actually opens up to the public. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is the haunters that will be attending. Now, to be completely honest, I will not be attending the Halloween and Party Expo. I'm not going to Las Vegas, so I apologize for everyone out there who wanted me to go because I'm not going to be attending. But again, to be completely honest, I'm not even really sure who's going to be attending. I wish I kind of did know, but I haven't really talked to a lot of people, and I haven't heard from anyone who actually will be attending, as, like, other haunters. Please let me know in the comments if you will be attending in Las Vegas to go to the Party Expo in person. If not, DM me on Instagram. I will say this, I will be covering as much information about the Expo as I can from January 11th through the 13th, including leaks that happen a couple days ahead. So I'll be covering videos on every piece of information, every leak, and everything that we see from Morris Costumes, Trick or Treat Studios, everything like that. I will have a ton of Party Expo coverage from the days that they are open, following other people taking video inside of the ballroom in the Mirage. I'm just super excited to see what the Expo is going to be like this year, and there's definitely going to be a lot of information. From Morris Costumes to Trick or Treat Studios to Zagone Studios, we are going to be getting a lot of content from January 11th to January 13th, but I think that we can all agree, us haunters, that Morris Costumes will be the biggest vendor and the most interesting vendor to see at the Party Expo because they always reveal the coolest animatronics for their upcoming season, and maybe we'll even get a couple leaks before the Expo opens of what Morris Costumes has for us for the 2022 season. Overall, I'm just so excited to see what the Party Expo has for us for this season. They open in under a month, and I know it's going to be a huge thing for the Halloween community. The Halloween and Party Expo always is a huge thing for us, and I think it's going to be bigger than ever for us this year because they were virtual last year, and this will be the first year back in person, in the Mirage, in the ballroom, showing off all the awesome merchandise that Halloween companies and vendors have for us for the 2022 season. Please let me know in the comments or DM me, will you be attending the event in Las Vegas? I will not be attending, but I will be definitely interested to see if you will be attending and if you will be in the Mirage, seeing it all in person for yourself and seeing it with your own eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to my Halloween and Party Expo 2022 overview. Again, I'm just super excited to see what HPE has for us. Morris Costumes is going to be a huge thing at the Party Expo, but again, companies like Trick or Treat Studios will also be very interesting to see what they have to unveil for us at the Party Expo. Ladies and gentlemen, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more Halloween and Party Expo 2022 videos. Goodbye.